welcome back to Shrine of Amana in the world of Dark Souls. First, let me make a very tiny mic adjustment, since my mic is a little poorly positioned. Hopefully that didn't make too much noise. So here we are. We're going to continue on here. It's, what day is this? Let's consult the old self. I believe we're still on the 26th. Yeah, today is July 26th. It's around 11 a.m. My time. This is the last day of the Destiny beta, for anyone who cares. If you haven't picked up on it yet, I've actually been a little under the weather the last few days, had trouble sleeping, things like that. But normally I'm at work at this time, but again, I haven't been in the best of sorts last few days, so I decided to take the day off, and I figure I may as well try to do something something constructive with it. So first off, we go over there and we knock down that tree limb, because we hate trees, don't we? No, not really. We don't hate trees at all. Hurrah for light, I suppose. Be wary of chest and short prudence. Yeah, there's a mob over here. Unfortunately, I have a pokey sword. So I'll just poke that mushroom dude with it. What the dusk herb, skeptic spice? Who actually cares? Really? Actually, now that I want to get this message, I'm going to destroy the chest. You may also notice I now have great magic weapon equipped. Yes, I told you I was building for this. I had enough simpleton spice that I could knock great magic weapon down to only needing 12 in, and I had just enough equip weight to equip everything I've been equipping, plus a sorcerer's staff. So I can now cast great magic weapon to enchant my weapons even further for even more uber damages. We must bring the damages, as they say in Wildstar. So this area is, this is really a strange place. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover the whole area in one video. It's going to depend a lot on how things play out. I guess it's one of those strange areas. This Shrine of Amana is not a large place, but it's very convoluted, and it can take a long time to navigate it. It's a lot like 5-2 from the original Demon Souls, except for the fact that this is just water and not freaking poison. See, those guys I told you about at the end of the last video that will basically rush you if you have a torch. An effigy, nice. Again, having a torch here does make it easier to see the edges of the area. For the most part, if you just stick to the raised rock-like outcroppings, you'll be good to go. Oh, this is lame. Jesus, that's so cheap. It's a good thing I've got a freaking million Estus Flask now. So here's one of what's called the Melfinitos. A lot of people will argue the Melfinitos have something to do with Femto or whatever. Not Femto, I'm thinking got Berserk on the mind with what's his face, Nito the Grave Lord.
We knew you were coming. And stopped singing.
They're a lot cuter than Nito, I'll be honest.
We are Milfinito. We are here to sing to those bound by death and dark.
Somebody out there's having a good time. No, don't try attacking. There's no reason to attack this chick.
We will sing here, forever. As we always have, from long, long ago. We know nothing of the world outside.
The implication here is that
why should we?
they are in fact like
For
some
we will
remnant
never
of
leave.
Nito, and took over for his job. Like he was supposed to be the caretaker of the dead, and that's kind of what they do here.
Do you see? But what
I'm not
we
going to
know
listen to everything she has to say.
When-
You get the gist of it. Again, this is not some
This is all.
smooth and silky
When you
stone,
say
I believe that
this-
was. I'm not doing some sort of lore intense playthrough here. I'm just playing the game. When all this is said and done, and by the way, that psychotic laughing sound is indicative that there's one of those cursed. Somebody's coming after me. One of those cursed pots around. That is it right there. Serving water. Oh, there's a chest over here. I forgot all about this. Doesn't look like a mimic. Typically the mimics like to stick their tongue out at you occasionally. Crimson water. That's handy stuff, I guess. It restores spell uses and regens a little HP. So this part's a little weird. Again, this is really just the first part of the level. It's really not dangerous here, but you don't want to be too aggressive. Like, you can see most of the level from here, believe it or not. Like, you eventually go over there. It's just you can't go directly there because the ground falls off, obviously. This is another one of those dudes. And they are kind of marked a bit by the weird flies and stuff that come off of them. It's a little easier to see on PC than it was on PS4. On PC than it was on PS3, I'm sorry. These weird poopy pant guys will hit a ton, so you need to be careful. See, there's another one over there. Now, some of them, if you've that's nice. Old radiant life gem handy. Some of them, if you don't have the torch out and you're careful, will actually basically just leave you alone. They won't bother you at all. I'm going to switch up to the mace here for a second. I found that this move is pretty ridiculously devastating. I was testing it out in the Drangleic Castle earlier. I decided to do some more co-op to try to get some more sunlight medals. Because as I said, my goal was to work my way up the sunlight covenant and eventually get the sunlight sword, which I'll talk about a bit in a minute. Because I did accomplish getting the sunlight sword this morning. But I found that move is just retardedly overpowered. I was actually knocking Alon Great Knights to the ground with that move. They were just like one swing of it and they were on their butts. And from there it was just an easy kill. You know, you just wait till they're about to get back up and you just slash the heck out of them. But I'm doing some pretty heinous damage now as a character. Wow, they're not concerned at all, huh? See, these things are really weird. Without a torch, they really don't get that aggressive. But if you have a torch, they will be all over you like a cheap suit. So you really do not want to bring a torch here. Verify it's not a mimic. It's not. Might be trapped. I don't know. No, not trapped. Twinkling Titanite, nice. And 3 more smooth and silky stones, which can also get me Twinkling Titanite. I need 4 more Twinkling Titanite, and I can max out this Black Knight Greatsword, so that's something I'm looking forward to. Actually, now I guess I only need 3 more. So this is not a boss fight. The boss is not to the very end of this area. Visions of happiness, but visions of sadness. This is the one area of the game that a lot of players in vanilla Dark Souls 2 really despise. This part right here, because there's these casters. You'll see them right here. They cast these spells. obscene tracking. I'm talking obscene. Like, forget about dodging. Like, if your dodges were not perfectly timed, you would get nailed. And by me, when I say perfectly timed, I want you to understand, like, all those I just dodged, and I just dodged all of them, their tracking was so good and so perfect that of all those I just dodged, I might have actually dodged in the original Dark Souls. I might have actually dodged 2 of them, but most of those actually would have hit me. Especially the one where I didn't even try to dodge roll and I just tried to walk by it. That one definitely would have hit me. In the original Dark Souls 2. I mean, their tracking was just obscenely deadly. I could rest up here, but I don't really want to. I'd rather keep the mobs I've killed dead and just move on. Another thing I'll point out real quick is that I did go back to the Gulch because you'll remember from those videos I talked a lot about the giant thing and all that, and I couldn't help but think that I maybe messed up, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, now that I think about it, I don't remember having to open that door for the giants. I remember that door was where Dark Diver Grandal was, but I don't remember having to open that door for the giants. And I was right. I mean, I went back last night and messed around, and sadness. It's cute coming up here, though. This is kind of a nice view. I just wish there wasn't a stupid message here so I could get this stupid read message thing off my screen. But I went back and looked into it because I just had a feeling that I was mistaken, or I hadn't covered it as thoroughly as I could. And of course I told you I missed where Lucatiel was during the video, and I found her and talked to her at some point. But I went back last night and started looking around again, and sure enough, there wasn't a third drop-off point that I overlooked, and the giants were behind that third drop-off point. I'm going to have to throw up a death counter at some point in this video, because the first time I got there, I actually did die, because the fall for the giants is like I didn't know where that one was coming from, so I had to block it. Yeah, that definitely would have hit me pre the patch. Like, those things were near undodgeable pre the patch. Your timing had to be perfect. Over there is something that's also very important. I'm not going to go there right now, but that's a location that comes up later in the game. Once you've met the king, and I'll discuss that later on, but once you've met the king and address some issues with the king, that's when that cave over there becomes important. Right now, there's nothing to do there, so I'm not going over there. This level is interesting in that, just like, see, I think that's death if I'd stepped off there. I think, maybe. I could be wrong. It's interesting, just like in 5.2 of Demon Souls, there's a lot of ways through here. You don't necessarily have to follow some obvious set route. There's a big guy. He would have been a lot more aggressive pre-patch too. I mean, bear in mind, the reason I'm a little rusty and forgetful about some of this information is because I really never played with the strategy guide. I can do a lot of damage with my bow. Is he really going to be that way? Okay, well, I mean, again, I'm not above sniping people. If that's how he wants to be, I'm more than happy to just snipe the hell out of him. I have no problems at all doing that. I have no weird compunctions or concerns. I'm more than happy to snipe that guy. I'm not like certain players. Certain players want to prove how much of a badass they are by beating Dark Souls in some creative, weird way or forcing these insane play styles on themselves. Not me. I'm like, I believe that if the game gives you a tool, then you have the right to use that tool because the game gave it to you. I'm not abusing any bugs or anything. It's just... Felicia the Brave. Man. I want to summon her, but just not yet. I do want to summon her. She's actually pretty much a beast, believe it or not. She's actually one of the better summons as well. Her and Jester Thomas and what's her face from that one place are pretty nasty. See, that's the problem with this club. It's really slow. It's really slow. And the swing. Oh, Twinkling Titanite, nice. So far, so good. This is going pretty well so far. So that's what I'm saying. The swing on the thing was just so weird. Man, another Twinkling Titanite. I mean, they have other loot they can drop that's cool, but I... Get out of there, man. Get out of there, man, I said. Idiot. Idiot alert. That was my own fault, and you know why it happened? Because I was using the club. That's why I don't like using the club. It's because it's too slow, and its hit is too specific. Its hit is too specific. There's no, like, I can't do that with the club. Like, if I do that with the club, it's like this big, long-ass swing that I can easily get knocked out of. So what I did in my original playthrough, because like I said, I have no qualms about using the tools the game gives me. I used the bow because I knew if I stood off at range, I could fire a shot, dodge, come back in, fire a shot, dodge, you know, and so on and so forth. I could get away with that, and it would work. I knew I could do it. So that's what I did. And I had no qualms about that in Dark Souls 2. Like I said, if the game doesn't want me to have a tool, the game shouldn't have given me the tool. But yeah, I mean, this area, as I said, I'm almost actually done with it. I was almost done with it there. That's probably the hardest part of the area, and it's my own fault that it happened. I knew there was some of those little short, you know, monstrous things in the water, and I didn't really look into them, and I was too busy kind of monologuing and happy I got some Twinkling Titanite. I'm not even sure if he's even going to get involved. Is he just going to stay over there? I mean, if he's not going to get involved, I was just going to walk by. But, I mean, if he wants to fight, that's fine, too. I don't care. But, yeah, I mean, if he's going to just stay at a certain range, I have no problem just sitting off here and sniping him. It doesn't bother me. There's parts later in the game when you're going to be forced to fight these things stand up. So it's not like you're going to get away with this forever. But yeah, I'm a bit of a D-bag. I'm not going to be apologetic about it either. I don't consider this bug abuse simply because the game doesn't make him actually come after me. That's the game being dumb. It's not like I'm hiding from him. I'm right here. He just won't walk over. But again, trust me, later in the game you will have to fight those guys stand up. I've already killed some of them that way because those are the same dudes you encountered way back in the tutorial area. Of course, by now I've killed them in the tutorial area. And of course, I just lost my summon too. But that's fine. That's fine. Really, especially now. Oh, I'm backstabbing. Can't hit me from there, can you? Yeah, don't bother. It's going to get too dicey. Now just get out of there. I said get out of there. Get out of there. I love when I'm sitting there holding the sprint button and he's not sprinting. It's like, dude, could you maybe try sprinting? Why won't you? What the hell? Let me up. Stupid crap. Like, I know this guy's just ready to rape me, and the game is like, where's the stinking ledge so I can walk the hell back up? That's why this area sucks. You just can't see what you're doing because the water is the way it is. But you can't pull out that torch, because if you pull out that torch, you're basically signing your own death warrant. And yes, that's death if you walk that way. That's why I died. You have to. God damn it. Get out of there, stupid. Get the hell out. What the hell is wrong with me today? Jesus Christ. I apologize. I'm just playing like shit. I could blame the fact that I have a massive headache and I'm in a bad mood and all this other stuff. But I'm not going to do that. At this point, I was going to say if I die too much, I'm just going to cut it at a halfway point or something and not make you watch this, but fuck that. Apologize for the profanity too. We're clearing the damn level. This is just stupid. My apologies for my god-awful play. There's no other word for it. This is not that hard. In fact, this area is actually pretty easy. I only died here once the original time I cleared this, and back then, trust me, it was considerably freaking harder. Not even a comparison. I'm just in I'm in a bad mood, and I've just gotten pissed off, so now we're not going to screw around anymore. We're just going to clear this crap and move on to a level that's actually somewhat fun. I like the look of this level. I don't really mind it that much, but it's obviously gotten on my nerves today. It's just irritating as hell to me that I'm having this much trouble with it. I never had this much trouble with it when I beat it the first time. Could you please hit? Dodge, 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 dodge. I love it when a guy's so fat, yet because he turns left, it's like his entire body is moved. Alright, this time stop being an idiot amateur and kill the damn things in the freaking water first. Stop playing like you're a damn noob. +5 Black Knight sword after this video. It's just the damage these things do is stupid. The damage they do is ridiculously too high. It should be, those spells shouldn't hit anywhere near that hard. So imagine what they were like back when they actually had good tracking and you couldn't dodge them. Or you could dodge them, but it took like an act of God. Oh, they're not even going to load on my screen, are they? They're going to say they're not there. Like they were casting spells at me from just like a foot away, but they're going to say I can't see them. That's funny. Yep, so now we've killed the 2 stupid casters because I decided to stop playing nice. Oh no, the one of them's still alive. Oh, there's one more there, okay. That's fine, we'll just do it this way. How about that, guys? How do you like that? Eat it. And now we get yet another fog gate that is not, in fact... yeah, let's go get that real quick. I think I forgot to actually... Was that from a... Nah, I think I forgot to get that loot that I knocked off the tree branch way early on. It doesn't really matter, but here's a loot over here. Again, this place, if you really want a direct comparison to this place, it's basically 5-2 with annoying spellcasters, but no blood-sucking leeches. No giant... 5-2 is actually worse, to be honest. No giant trolls, no poison. But now we get to deal with lots of mushrooms. Oh, don't let your equipment get degraded. Which is basically what that stuff does. There's a singing one again. They're back to singing. Oh god, my second dragon ring broke. Which means I'm probably fat rolling. Oh jeez. I'm gonna have to make a brief trip back to the mule. I'm pretty sure when you kill this guy, he doesn't come back. Alright, so I definitely want to have summons if they're optional, and I've got crap tons of humanity, so I'm just going to res myself right out. I don't remember if you can summon Felicia from over here. If I can't, I can't. She's really helpful. She really is. But I'm not going to summon if at this point. I'm going to make a quick trip back, actually, to McDuff is where I'm going to go, because I need to buy some heavy arrows, too. Oh, he does come back. Okay. I need to buy some heavy arrows, too, so I'm going to make a quick trip back to McDuff. Pardon for the silly break at this point. I ought to blah, 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 blah. I think this is the first time I've ever had to repair an item in this entire playthrough. Yep. So let's go ahead and upgrade that. So now we've got a +5er. And yes, I do have a channeler's trident. I'm saving that for a special moment later on. could upgrade some of this stuff if I wanted to. You know, while I'm at it, let's go ahead and make that Wanderer's Coat a plus 10er. Let's plus 10 that Wanderer's Coat. No, I have no intention of ever changing my gear for the rest of the game. This is basically, armor-wise, this is basically what I want to use. It's probably what I'm going to use weapon-wise, too, for the rest of the game.
Flame.
Dear Flame.
Dear Flame.
I'd like to make sweet, sweet love to you, dear Flame. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention is when you do get to Nishandra, you'll notice you now see all these extra bonfire thingies, like for areas you haven't visited, and for areas where maybe you haven't been able to get all the bonfires because the bonfire is behind a door sealed behind the king's token or something. Yeah, you can now see that those bonfires exist. That happens because you got to Roy's resting place. That happens because you've gotten to Nishandra. That's what causes that. So let's go ahead and go with the bow from the get-go here, since... Could you please two-hand the bow? Thank you. Since we don't want to risk a weapon breakage. I really should have summoned her for that, instead of being like, oh, come back and summon her. If I had summoned her, I probably would have been fine. Because she would have taken some of the heat off me. I'm just going to kill these guys real quick. It's free souls as far as I'm concerned. Actually, I think I may go back and summon it real quick, because I think there's like an invader past this area, if I remember correctly. I'm just hoping to score some free life gems there. There we go. I haven't stocked up on life gems in a while. Of course. He just swings right through all that. Oh, for Christ's sake, give me a break. Of course, one of them doesn't get staggered despite the fact that he's only wearing cloth, and he just owns me through my damn sword swings. Twice he doesn't get staggered. He's like magic. What a load, man. Jesus. Okay, so they made the casters like a joke, but these guys are like ridiculous. They're fucking beastly now. Oh my god, she's just gonna sit back there and spam, isn't she? Come on, dickhead. Attack! This is just ridiculous that they don't get staggered. Like, I can't stagger them, but they can stagger me. Like, anything they do staggers me, but I hit them. Nah, that doesn't stagger me. I'm wearing Archdrake pants. Of course I'm not going to be staggered. Ridiculous. Yeah, so they made these guys basically a joke, but they buffed the holy shit out of the Archdrake guys. Because I never had problems staggering them in the past. If I hit them with a damn Mastodon greatsword, they got staggered. Like, I hit anybody else with this sword, he gets staggered, you know, unless they're wearing like a freaking heavy armor set. Dragon charms are always handy. They take way too long to use, but they're good healing items. Oh, of course I can't walk up there. I forgot. I have to putz my way over to here. Oh, that one got staggered magically. Very impressive. Now we'll go ahead and summon her to help with the next area, which I should have just done it from the get-go instead of being an idiot. I can only apologize for my god-awful play. I'm not in the best of moods, and I do have a massive headache, and I don't feel all that great. And again, I haven't actually gotten more. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Let's just say... Oh, Christ. I knew it was there, and I forgot about it. Please don't try to push me off the cliff edge, and don't let me push you off either. Let's just put it this way, I could probably total the number of hours of sleep I've gotten in the last 3 days, and it would probably come up in the single digits. So my Estus flask count is pretty low, but it's really okay because, truthfully, in this area, in this place, the level is the boss, not the boss. I'm not even going to say anything. Okay, I'm done playing Mr. Nice Guy and trying to be cool about it. We're not going to waste our time with Felicia again. She didn't do shit. Oh, we just got everything broken again from just this guy. So apparently we just broke everything.
I'll be around if you make it back. Yep. I'll be around if you make it back.
Where's the entrance where I came in? Where's the entrance where I came in? Goodbye, shithead. See if we can get this garbage finished so I can move on. The main reason I'm pushing the game so hard at this point is because I just want to move on to something new, namely the DLC area. I wanted to actually have the main game beaten before the DLC area even came out, and I obviously failed to do that. See the edge of that level there. Yeah. Homing crystal spam mass, which is what they've been using on me the whole level. So way over there is some loot I obviously missed. I think that might actually be the beginning of the level over there. It's hard to get your bearings in this place. See, I just almost killed myself right there. There's some other way around there. You can't get there from here. I probably could have gone around the other side and I just didn't try it. I'm not going back for it. Anyway, at this point, we're basically where the boss is now. There's really nothing between me and the boss that I recall. I guess I lied about Felicia. I remember her being good, but this time all she did was basically charge in and I don't know what she did. She was like engaged in some long drawn out conflict with one mob while it was me versus 5 guys alone. But this is basically the end of the level here. Hi, how you doing? She's dead. Tough for you. Life sucks. Welcome to Dark Souls. So no summon signs at all, or am I even in human form right now? I don't even think I'm in human form. This boss isn't that hard, but I'd rather summon somebody for it than just try to He-Man it and maybe do something stupid and have to replay all that crap again. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if there are no summon signs. Some bosses are just not popular, and if it's not one of the popular bosses, I probably won't see a summon for it. Doesn't look like this guy's going to be a popular boss, so we'll see how this goes. He's not really that dangerous. It's just better safe than sorry, is always my opinion. Alright, guy who's supposedly singing but isn't. You disgusting, fat, ugly thing. That's pretty impressive damage, I would say. He's not really a tough boss, he's just really stupid. Dodge out of the way, it'd be nice. If you could dodge out of the way, it would be nice! This has been a pretty piss poor showing all around, but just make one more mistake for me, man. He just killed me, didn't he? Yep. That would be the first time I've ever died to that boss. It'd be probably my 4th time fighting him. Yeah.